Hey guys, welcome back to the James Bond Show. It's your host, Krazy Kajeevie, with no fears, limits, or substitutes. Guys, I've got a special little Bond show here for you. I wasn't planning to do this. I was going to get into my GoldenEye one this morning. That may have to wait till this evening. See how we go with that. But what I'm doing here is a complete, literal, scene-by-scene breakdown of the brand new No Time to Die TV trailer spot. So this trailer spot is called Your Enemy Is My Enemy. Now, one of my subscribers recently asked me if I could find them footage of Blofeld saying your enemy is my enemy. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the subscriber, but here's all your evidence for you because you wanted to see it. And I said it's definitely out there. If you go back through my videos, I talk about it. Well, now you've got this one. And they've done a title with that catchphrase from Blofeld. So let's get into this. So No Time to Die TV spot, your enemy is my enemy, and it's an official TV spot. So it's 20 seconds long. It just dropped this morning, and I will say my immediate thoughts of it: fantastic. It looks brilliant. So I'll get through each scene and I'll tell you what I think of it because I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so at the start we see the typical image that we have seen for a while now, Bond at the garage, like the garage door opening. That's where he goes in and opens the vantage. So it's just him wearing that kind of brown type jacket. The second scene is Madeline. So I take it this is in Materia, Madeline holding paper on the balcony. Cuts then to Blofeld in prison. Now, he is looking badass. It's kind of like a medium close-up shot on Blofeld. He's looking so gangster in this. He's like... And so that's kind of... Just a tad later, we then hear the line, your enemy is my enemy. And it's really chilling. It's really good. But I love the way... I think they're intentionally making Blofeld look more badass in this film, and I hope they do. I hope they beef up the nuttiness of him. Also, I want to say at this point, I hope we see Blofeld out of prison too, whether it's the end of the film or whatnot. Okay, so then we see Paloma fighting two Spectre goons. This is kind of typical. It's a nice wide shot. She's in the dress. She's fighting these two goons. And it's kind of typical what they're doing now in Hollywood. You know, you've got like, I don't know, a 60, 70 pound woman taking on two big dudes. Make of that what you will. It looks pretty exciting. It looks beautifully filmed by Linus Sanguine. The lighting's gorgeous. So it looks exciting. So then we see Bond. And now... Not officially, but I'm assuming from previous scenes we've seen where Bond's walking along the road and we see Naomi come along and the glasses tint down and she's in her Aston Martin. So we don't see that, but what we do see, so I'm assuming Bond's in the car with her at this stage, we see Naomi's Aston Martin arrive at an airbase. Now there is a huge military plane there. So one of those like massive, you know, with the big 2-3 jets on each side or whatever it is. Looks fantastic. DB5 rolls up to it. And when I saw this shot, I was like, oh, okay, this is getting interesting and this is going to have to lead up to the plane. Now, the plane excites me more than anything because of what I'm about to get to very soon, because it's not just a plane. Yeah, I love this. This is great. I love this TV spot. Okay, so... then we see a shot of Naomi next with her shades going like that. Kind of a... Actually, no, sorry, she doesn't do that with the shades. She's just there in the car and she's got the shades on, trying to look kind of secret agent and all very cool. Okay, so this is the shot that really excited me, and it's the one I decided to put it in the thumbnail. Now, I was going to go for a different shot in the thumbnail, but the actual TV spot has the shot I'm not going to speak about just yet in their thumbnail. And I think that's going to go all over the internet. So I kind of thought, no, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with this one because I just find this so cool. Okay, so this shot is, it's basically the plane turns into a submarine. Now, we don't see it turn into the submarine, we don't see it hit the water, but we see the very same plane that Bond and Nomi are in all the other TV spots, and in this one at the end of it, which I'll get to later, we see that in water. So that's in the thumbnail. It's in water, and it looks like it's entering Dr. No, aka Safin, or Safin, aka Dr. No's lair. And we see this door partially open, and it looks like, I've got to say, Mark Tildesley's production design, and of course the set decorators and everyone that's worked on these sets, look incredible. Now, sometimes it's hard to tell with CGI being so good at times, what is a set, what's a foreground miniature, and what's a set, or what's a background, CGI image. It's hard to tell, but it looks incredible. The actual sub going in looks real. The water and everything, to me, it looks real. Probably a little hard to tell, but it looks fantastic. So I'm so excited about this, that this is a real full-on Q invention. And because Cary Fukunaga co-wrote this, or they went back, which I'm actually going to do very soon. I am going to do a complete video on No Time to Die from start to where we're at now, and really discuss the processes of who came in, who came out, and how they did this. Because when you look at the production of this film, I have to take my hat off to Eon. And some people think, oh, I'm just negative and I want to hate on Bond. No, I don't. I love James Bond. It's my life. It's a massive part of my life. What I want, though, is I want classic James Bond. And this piece of equipment is classic James Bond. And it looks so good and so exciting. So it's obviously a Q invention. So it's turned from a plane, it's into a boat, and it's just gliding along, and you can't see the wings or anything of it. So it basically looks like a sub. I'm going to call it, right now, just nickname it the Q plane sub. So the Q plane sub, that's what I'm going to call it. And it looks so good. Very excited about that one. So the next we see is, now this is, whoa. Bond walking past what looks like, I don't know if I get the word Bacta tanks from The Empire Strikes Back or something, but Bond's walking past, you see his head slightly look, and there are 4, that's what we can see in the images, there could be more, 4 kind of like Bacta tanks, and it looks like people are in them. I've freeze framed them, I've taken still photos, I've zoomed in, I've had a look, and you can kind of see slight movement. Now, I'm just going to take a predictive guess here, so it could be completely wrong. Just maybe an interesting idea. Wouldn't it be crazy if possibly Vesper is in one of them, and Safin somehow has her body and brought her back to life, or trying to bring her back to life or something, but they all kind of look like they're moving. And it would just be so sick and creepy, almost like a Hannibal Lecter type of thing, if Safin has M in there, Mathis in there, Vesper in there, and maybe Q gets it in this one, and maybe Q's in there. Or has he got Camille? Now, we know Camille never died, but has he somehow got her? Has he got the previous enemies of... Wow, this just came to me right now. So it could be complete crap, but it's just an idea that came to me. Could Safin have all of Blofeld's previous men there? As in, could Lashifa be there? Could Green be in there? Could Silver be in there? I'm about to sneeze, guys. Excuse me for that, sorry. Could they be in those tanks? Could Safin try to be bringing them alive? I find that really interesting. Probably highly unlikely, and you can trash me in the comments for coming up with that, but wow, that would be interesting though, wouldn't it? Alright, just my imagination, guys. Ignore me if I'm completely wrong there. So, also, what I wanted to mention, what blew me away, because I find this so malicious and creepy, is as Bond's walking past and you see the tanks in the background, have a close look at the image. Up top, you will see 3 TV screens. So they're nailed to the ceiling, or, locked into the ceiling, 3 TV screens. Each screen has the No mask, hence Dr. No, it's spelled N-O-H, I think, but has the mask, full mask, pre-damage, has a mask on the screen. So to me, that's almost like teasing Bond, or, Why would he need to have that? So I find that really fascinating. So have a good look at that images. I took a screenshot of those images and then zoomed in, had a close look, and that's what I saw, TVs with the no mask. So I find that really interesting. I don't think too many people are going to pick up on that either. Well, they probably won't now, because guess who announced it first? The James Bond Show. So there you go. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that and why those masks, why Safin would be doing that. I think it certainly adds to his creepiness. Okay, so then we've got a creepy shot of Safin standing over Madeline. Now, this is a shot that's going to go all over the internet. So it's a creepy shot of him standing over Madeline or Madeline's mum. It's very hard to tell, even when you freeze frame it and screenshot it and zoom in, it's quite fuzzy. It doesn't look like it's actually a bed she's sleeping on, whether it's Madeline or the mother. It looks like it's in the log cabin, which they filmed in Norway, or they did these interiors in England, and she's kind of next to a window and she's fast asleep. I actually think it might be the mother, because the hair looks longer than the little girl that went in under the ice, and it doesn't look as bright, the hair doesn't look as light. I think it could be him standing over Madeline's mum. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Wouldn't it be weird if he had some relationship with that woman, with Madeline's mum, and that's why he wanted to kill Mr. White, and Madeline comes in, shoots him, the mask goes all crazy, and he hasn't aged because he's got this weird, crazy, de-aging stuff. So there's a bit of theory for you. And you know what? Some people can go, oh no, that's getting crazy talk, but you know what? That's old school Bond. The old school Bond films did have this kind of, full-on crazy big dreams and ideals from the villains. Okay, let's move on, guys. And it's also beautifully shot, beautifully lit shot. Now, the mask is not damaged as well at this stage, so that's very important to notice. Next shot, I really have no idea what this is. It's James Bond swimming up to the camera. So he's swimming like this, camera's looking down on him. In the left-hand corner, there's like all this red stuff in the bottom of whatever he's swimming out of, and I have no idea what it is. I'd love to tell you, but I can't work that out. So I think it might be part of when the initial shot of No Time to Die released of Daniel Craig, and it looked like he was in an almost On Her Majesty's Secret Service style, where he's put in that big wheelhouse room, and we see Daniel Craig with the, the white kind of shirt, the blue pants, and I think suspenders. He's wearing that same outfit as he's swimming up. Okay, so there's a Land Rover scene. There's 3 Land Rovers flying through the air, and this looks sick. The grass looks weird, like really long and weird, and I don't know if they've grown it this way, they've purposely set this up so these Land Rovers can do this stuff, but I'm just wondering if there's CGI here, because the way the Land Rovers fly through the air, and there's 2 initially, then you see the 3rd come through on the right of frame, flying up, it looks insane, but I'm just wondering if that's done with CGI, so, because I know they really filmed it, and, outside England as well, they filmed this section, and they filmed other Land Rover section in Scotland as well, but they also filmed parts in Britain. So I'm just wondering, if there might be a bit of CGI with that. Okay, so then we see the shots we've already seen. Bond walking outside like a hotel thing in Cuba. He's in the tuxedo. We see him walking out. Then we see him shooting the gun. So we've seen those images before. Then we see Madeline's face. Now this one, when I was screenshotting the trailer, at first I was like, whatever. I actually wasn't going to talk about it or include it, but it was when I was going through all the screenshots in order to make these notes, I realised that, so it's a side shot, it looks like Madeline, she's looking kind of, the camera's on her right, she's looking this way, but you see a large section of wall, and the wall looks like Safin's lair. Now, it could be the same wall, maybe the white cream looking wall, where we see in the original trailer now, where she's opening up the mask and you see a kind of similar wall, but this wall looks like it has a blue tinge with water movement on the wall. So I'm just wondering, could she be in Safin's lair towards the end of the film? So have an interesting look at that one, guys. Okay, so next we've got Safin aiming the gun. We see his hands again. It's a shot we've all seen. that kind of leads me, maybe they're not going to do the metal hands thing with Dr. No. I 100% believe he's Dr. No. I always have. I've never wavered on that. I've pushed it the whole time for nearly a year. And maybe they're just not going to go with the hand thing. And this is their, recreation. Eon are doing what they want to do with Blofeld and Dr. No, etc. Okay, so then we see Bond and Nomi in the plane. So we see Bond first. Bond says, what's a line? Sorry, I didn't write it down, guys, but he says a line to Nomi. I think he says, "You ready?" Something like that. He has a bit of a smart-ass tone to him. Sounds like he's giving it back to her. We see the plane shoot back like we've seen before, and then we see a more extended shot this time of the plane coming out, and to me it's 100% Q. It's Q in that plane. Now, I've screenshotted it, I've zoomed in, and it's, okay, hear me out here. It's not actually Q. It's Q, but it's not Q. So, from what it looks like, it's Ben Whishaw. It looks like he's got a scarf on, but it looks like a dummy. Like, it actually looks like a dummy. There's, like, no face on it. So it's really weird. Now, that might be because of how they filmed it, where they filmed it, or just the blur, but it looks like there's no face on it, but it's supposed to look like Q. So I believe Q in that scene will explain to Nomi and Bond about the plane sub, how it works, what it does, etc., etc. An old-fashioned Q scene, hopefully. Then we see the plane fly out, come down towards the screen, and the shots we've already seen. And then we see this gorgeous shot, the final shot of this TV spot. We see the plane flying down towards clouds, and it looks great. Yes, it does look a bit CGI, but it looks fantastic too, and it looks a whole lot better than the Die Another Day stuff. So guys, that's what I have for you. If you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing here on the James Bond Show, just direct talk on everything James Bond, and I'll be going through all these trailer spots as well. I will be doing a video very soon, today in fact, on the poster as well, the new poster that has been released. So check that one out. It's a beautiful artwork type poster. Well, not type artwork, but I'll explain it when the video comes around. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. It's so important that you drop a thumbs up. It takes you 2 seconds to hit a like, and it means a lot to me, and it supports the channel so much. So till next time, guys, keep on bonding, and say hi to your mum for me.
I wasn't happy about the new TV spot. No, me not happy. How come there was no Asian representation? I want Asian representation. You've got Q representation gay. You've got Larry Lunchbox. Well, transgender representation. You've got Daniel Craig albino representation. But where's the Asian representation? Eon's gonna get a letter.